with Popo's army right now. Yes, Popo does have these Phoenix. They can lift up these siege tanks. But if Zach gets enough siege tanks, what he needs to do right now is turtle. He needs to try to draw this game out as long as he can, and he needs to be doing a lot better on economy, because he's had this orbital command center up for a long time, and he does not have even 5 SCVs or mules out here. If he can get his economy in shape, and if he can just hold on, he can at the same time be using these Banshees to harass the mineral line. And I don't mean just sitting here plummeting probes, because of course we have these photon cannons right here, and even 2 right here, so Popo is well defended. But even if Zach could just swoop in and take out a pylon or 2, then I feel like he can harass him enough so that he can have time to get himself back in the game. Although, of course, Axel is having a little problems there with internet connection. Units, okay, Mr. Popo does have 2 Void Rays on the way, and I feel like Void Rays could definitely handle, for sure, this army, because you do only have 1 Viking. And did he somehow see that? These Phoenix just kind of moved over here. Against these cannons, these Banshees are just not going to last for very long. This one managing to hold on to some of what he has. Mr. Popo can just warp in some Stalkers, though, and move his Observer over here, and be in pretty good shape. Although he could get Void Rays over here as soon as this energy wears off. But Zach is doing a decent job. Looks like, how is he seeing that? I don't know how I guess he's not anymore. But I mean, this is what I said. This is what he needs to do. He needs to harass him until he can build up a good enough economy, and he is getting more SCVs. He needs to harass him until he can come back. Now, this has got 12 energy, so as soon as he comes back, these Phoenix are definitely going to tear this up. Now, he only has 1 tank. And he just has more Banshees and 1 Viking. I agree with the Spectator Space Mace. It's not going to be enough. These Observers coming in, these Phoenix just taking them out. Now, yes, he did do a lot of damage. Did he do enough to get him back in the game? No, he didn't. Is Axel's internet still working? No, it's not. So, nice formation here. That's impressive. So, yeah, and Mr. Popo does have these 6 Void Rays coming in. They are going to be able to completely annihilate this. Unless, okay, Zach does have these Marines here. Marines are good against Void Rays. If they were down here, if Zach had some missile turrets down here, he could hold this off. But what this is doing right now, it just charged these Void Ray lasers, and Zach is not reacting at all. Popo does see this army, because he's had this Observer here for quite a long time. He's pulling back these Banshees, although Banshees are not going to be able to do anything against these Void Rays. And of course these Banshees just sitting here as they die, and Axel is still having problems with his internet connection. Luckily that really hasn't happened too much actually during the games. And these Marines are just not enough to handle these Void Rays. These 2 Vikings are just not enough to handle these Void Rays. These Banshees don't shoot air, so they're definitely not enough to handle it. And Axel going in and trying to call GG for Zach. Mr. Popo does hold back. He did lose 1 Void Ray and lost the shield and some life on a couple of them. Okay, and he's just going to come up here, and these Vikings, if they can get these Void Rays before they charge their lasers, might see something. And with these Marines, he might could hold off this attack. But the problem with holding off this attack is that's not really going to fix anything. Yes, he held off this attack, but right now, Mr. Popo has got 18 more harvesters, has got more than double the income as far as minerals. Zach just lost an expansion. Looks like he just issued a command for the SCV to go back down there. Popo has been running this expansion for a while. He's of course got his main. His main is almost mined out. So is Zach's. And so Zach is going to need some income soon. And if he doesn't have any way to hold that, then he's really going to be in a world of hurt. So these Banshees, I feel like, should have waited on. Couldn't micro quickly enough away, and I couldn't see quite how much HP that had. But how exactly are those Phoenix seeing that? Maybe the range of this cannon? I don't know. But you need to decloak that if he's not actually going to be using it. I agree. And these Finks are going to be taken out by these Vikings. I like that. Yeah. I feel like he can land these Vikings. Exactly. That's what he's doing. If he had done this earlier, he needs to get these Vikings back up in the sky. Alright, and that's what he does. And these Void Rays, I think, are going to go down. These Stalkers are coming back. I feel like Popo should just warp in Stalkers instead of try to do anything else. No, I'm sorry, these Void Rays are not going down. They've managed to charge up their laser quick enough to actually kill all those Vikings. And that energy is just been used up. This one only has 13 more energy. Units lost. Yeah, Zach has just lost. Gosh, 3,000, I think almost 3,000 minerals more. Yep, I agree with this comment down here by Axel. Tom should see that he can take the base. I feel like Tom is maybe just waiting to make sure. I'm not sure, but this SCV really needs, I think he's just waiting for 400 minerals and needs to build another supply depot. I'm sorry, orbital command. Wow, words are hard sometimes. So, and he is going ahead and building this, because as soon as these 375 and 270 minerals are gone, then Zach will have no income right now. And while if we look at the resources, MrPopo just has this huge bank of resources, as opposed to Zach, who has 45 and counting. So I feel like, okay, and maybe so. Maybe Space Mace is right. Maybe Tom is just having fun, but I don't know. I think that actually what MrPopo is doing is he's making sure. He's realizing he doesn't have to rush anything. He realizes that he's won most of the encounters. He's realizing that he can just continue to mine, continue to expand, continue to use his minerals, and basically it's like a python. And he just keeps squeezing tighter and tighter and tighter. These SCVs need to get to work. He just keeps, excuse me, squeezing tighter and tighter and tighter until Zach can't breathe anymore. And looks like these Vikings are going to happen upon this Void Ray and almost one-shot it. Looks like it. Space Mace, I want to see a mothership. That would be good too. And then interesting to note that MrPopo did not rebuild this cannon right here, because he's just keeping all these Stalkers right here. That's really what he can do. So I'm not really sure I'm clear on if I understand Zach's plan. These DTs. Sensor tower coming up just a little bit too late. I think it's pretty safe to say that now what he could do, he could scan. He could put a scan right on these, and nope, not gonna happen. But of course, if you're ever in that position where, oh my goodness, I'm being attacked by DTs and I'm also playing Terran and I've got enough money for a scan, then just scan right on top of where they are and kill them. They do a bunch of damage,